Demonstrations and arrests are growing in Pakistan 2 days after President Pervez Musharraf imposed a state of emergency. Opponents are vowing to defeat that measure, but how? We're joined now by Wajid Hassan, spokesman for the former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Thanks for being with us on Business International. The President says that he had to introduce these emergency measures to prevent the rise of extremism in the country. That's not how your party sees it, though.
Well, nobody accepts that. Even the international community does not accept that. It is Musharraf's specific emergency to save himself from the decision of the Supreme Court that was on the cards to declare him as an illegal president, a person who has been elected without any constitutional authority. So he preempted that and he dismissed the first victim of his action of emergency were not the terrorists or the extremists, but the Chief Justice of Pakistan, the most law-abiding citizen in the country, in the world.
Do you really think that it was an act of self-defense? We spoke to a Supreme Court judge earlier today who was under house arrest, who said that the court was nowhere near making its decision. They weren't dilly-dallying, they weren't delaying, they were merely giving it due consideration. No,
the government lawyers were delaying it. As a matter of fact, they were not only delaying it, they were communicating to the judges the martial law is being imposed. The Supreme Court will be sacked, new constitutional provisional order will be imposed. So that was being conveyed to the judges while they were sitting on the decision, and they were to announce the decision last Thursday. Then the government lawyer delayed it for another day, and then the judgment was postponed till Monday. And before Monday could come, he struck it on Saturday, I think.
What happens next in Pakistan?
Well, things will worsen. People will come out on the streets. They will agitate because their right to elect a government of their choice has been stolen again by sort of midnight robbers, and they would not take it lying down. They will resist. I think it's the entire atmosphere in the country is now made up for elections and return of democracy, and there couldn't be any other way out.
The state of emergency also makes it difficult for people to know what's really going on. I mean, a lot more people will be watching CNN today because local channels have gone off the air. Some 30 TV news stations in Pakistan are not broadcasting due to the state of emergency.
Yes, I agree with you. There's total clampdown on electronic media in Pakistan. There's total clampdown on the print media. But still, there are venues like BBC, CNN, Sky, and all these channels are being seen in Pakistan. And some people have, put on screens outside the shops, TV shops, and are showing all these things. Your CNN is being shown around, and stories are being splashed all over the country, and people are gathering, and not many people have gone to work today.
We understand that Benazir Bhutto negotiated with President Musharraf her return to the country. She must have some leverage over the president at the moment.
No, I tell you,
I
would disagree with you. She did not negotiate her return to Pakistan. Her return to Pakistan was not in the hands of General Musharraf. She had to come back to Pakistan to lead her people to the elections, and she had made it clear in January last that I'm going to come back before election, and that is what she did. It was nothing to do with General Musharraf or his agreement with him. The engagement that we had with General Musharraf was regarding the restoration of democracy under free and fair elections through an independent election commission, and that was it. We want that Pakistan should have free and fair elections, and people have the right to choose their own government, and rule of law, restoration of 1973 Constitution. That gives, that reverts back to the powers of the Prime Minister and cuts down the powers of the President, which are absolute.
It's hard to see then how Benazir Bhutto and the other opposition parties within Pakistan can now move this situation forward, given the paralysis that this state of emergency has brought about.
Well, state of emergency definitely thinks the people who have imposed it, they think they can paralyze the country, but they cannot. You have seen what has happened this morning. 1,500 lawyers have been arrested, 300, 400 people, Pakistan People's Party workers have been arrested. News are pouring in from all over the country that there is a total clampdown in the country against political workers. All political activists are being caged in. So I don't think it is going to lie down. It's going to spread like wildfire, and I think there will be tough resistance to this measure by the people of Pakistan in short time.